welcome to another episode of Hey It's Those Guys Game Reviews. I am Nick Silviano, and sitting next to me is the man, the myth, the legend, mostly myth,
Connor Jagger.
There you go. Well, okay, so today's game, not exactly, I wouldn't call it new, but, you know, back in the day, in like the early 90s.
Which I know nothing about, even though I was born in the 90s.
Where, there's a time when arcades were littered with something called side-scrolling beat-em-ups, where a group of friends would get together, pump in quarters into a big giant machine,
yes,
and then the 2 to 4 of them alone would go against the evil gang members of whatever evil clan they're fighting as buddies or whatever. So today, in tradition of that, we present X-Men, the arcade game, which...
Thank you, Mother Goose, but go on.
which was revolutionary for its time because it had up to 6 players.
You have no idea what you're saying, do you?
I said 6 players.
Before that, you were like, nah. Fuck it. We'll talk about this later.
Anyway, so these games are kind of making a comeback, and so recently the game came as downloadable content for both the PSN and Xbox Live Arcade. And it pretty much holds tradition to the original. I mean, you got your 6 players. The only difference is you can go online this time. I don't know. I think they might have missed the music a bit. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you remember those side-scroller beat-ups and love them,
and
give it a
you
try.
are 28 years old living in your mother's house.
So, and you threw me off by saying that.
Don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Your thoughts on the game?
It was alright. I mean, I kind of see how everybody back then would like the side-scrolling levels, like the Ninja Turtles and the X-Men, because it was just, let's go through a burning building, or let's go through this base, beat the crap out of enemies.
Lots of things were on fire.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Ninja Turtles and fire, but we're talking about X-Men here. I don't know where Ninja Turtles came from. I guess it came from the side-scrolling idea, but anyway, you run around, beat up a bunch of numberless minions, use some special attacks, all that. I guess I do see why everybody likes it. I just can't get into it like they can.
And you save quarters.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I was saying, if you remember the side-scrolling beat-ups and love them, give it a try. And if you never played them before and like to experience how gaming was back then, purely for, I don't know, history purposes, I don't know, go ahead, check that game out. It's, like I said, both for PSN and Xbox 360, and I think you'll have a good time. Especially when you go with like 5 other people online, you don't even know who they are. Kind of like the arcades.
Although, I'll tell you one thing, though. We were playing yesterday. These 2 idiots kept walking off the cliff.
Oh yeah, there's a scene where... Well, I'm not going to ruin it. Go ahead and play the game. Anyway, there you go. And hope you enjoyed this yet another horrible edition
We can't get any worse
of Hey It's Those Guys Game Reviews. I accept that challenge.